Good morning, Mr. Mayor. My first question is about non-citizen voting. As you know, the council is poised to pass legislation permitting it. Do you still have reservations about non-citizen voting, and do you plan to veto the legislation once it passes?
Dana, I do have reservations, but obviously I want to see exactly what they're doing. Look, on the plus side, we're talking about our fellow New Yorkers and folks who contribute to this city and are part of the life of the city. And we've tried in so many ways to reach them and support them. Everything we're doing, guaranteed health care, NYC Care was built for many reasons, including getting health care to undocumented folks who are part of our community. Our food initiative during COVID went to everyone. Everything we do with education goes to everyone. IDNYC went to everyone. And we've been very intentional about embracing and supporting everyone. So I understand if folks say, hey, I'm somewhere on the pathway of citizenship, I'd like to be more involved. I respect that. I do understand that impulse. But I also have feelings about the value of citizenship and wanting to encourage people to become citizens fully. And there's a lot of people who do not pursue full citizenship, even though they can. And that, to me, is an issue. I want citizenship to be something that people pursue fully, quickly, every chance they get. I'm concerned about that. I'm also concerned about the legal question, which is unclear whether it's something that can be done on the local level. So we'll look at the legislation, respect the council. This is something the council's decided to do. It's a democracy. Certainly not something I would be intending to veto, but it's also something I'm not sure is the right way to go about
Mr.
this.
Mayor, I want to follow up on the question about the non-citizen voting bill. So you said you do not intend to veto it, if I heard that correctly. So if you are still kind of opposed to it, why are you not going to veto it? I don't think you vetoed anything, if I remember correctly, during your tenure. So, you know, why are you taking that approach, and would you sign it, or would you just sort of leave it alone and let it become law automatically?
Aaron, I still need to see the language. As you know, this is something that we did not hear the council was going to do until very recently. I want to see the exact language. I'm telling you honestly what I feel right now. I have mixed feelings. I've had mixed feelings on this issue for a long time. We'll look at the language. I don't see a scenario where I'll veto. To me, this is something that, again, I'm not sure is legally what a city can do. I think it's something the state government needs to do. But let's see what they bring forward, and then we can judge accordingly from there. Go ahead, Aaron.
Okay, thanks. And then with regards to, you know, you're calling on the governor to institute a vaccine mandate. Have you spoken to her about a vaccine mandate or this MTA issue? Do you have any sense of why, you know, that has not taken place?
Look, I've talked to the governor over time about everything we're doing with the mandates. Our teams have been talking specifically. We've talked about the MTA issue. They will speak for themselves, obviously. And again, I look at this from an atmosphere of goodwill. I think everyone's trying to balance things. But I think it was fair for someone to say, well, okay, let's see what happens in New York City first. Let's see what happens with our public employees. And what I'm saying is now we have absolute proof that this effort worked and it had a tremendously helpful impact on fighting back COVID. So I think it's a great time for the state to act, for the MTA to act, and I think it will help us get out of the COVID era.